Hello everyone, this is Mark Leibovit and welcome to Metastock and my Leibovit Volume Reversal Toolkit demo. You're receiving this email or you're viewing this because you're a subscriber to my Leibovit Volume Reversal Toolkit, or you are on a trial. So thank you for tuning in. So the purpose of this video is to just update you a little bit on how I use the indicator, just a little bit of a refresher, and for those who are new to the indicator, a little bit of the guidelines and how to interpret it. It's really pretty straightforward. The program includes three versions of my volume reversal: the sequential, which I use here, which posts all positive and negative volume reversals. There's a directional version, which we're not going to show, which filters out repetitive volume reversals. And there's a 2-day version, which is based on the premise that if you get a negative or positive VR, you tend to follow through for a couple of trading days in that respective direction. If you haven't signed up for it, the indicator, let's page down here, it is available at $99 a month or $999 a year. And hey, there I am. Okay. Also, I want to remind you of a couple things. I do write the Leibovit VR newsletters. We have quite a few products. As you see on the screen, one of our more popular products is our Cannabis Vice letter covering Vice and, of course, the exciting cannabis stocks. But we also had some interesting trades there with Bitcoin and the GBTC, the Bitcoin Investment Trust, and a couple of the small Bitcoin plays. So a lot of going on here. I have my book, The Gold Letter, VR Forecaster Annual Report, and of course, our platinum and silver letters. Also want to remind you that I do host my own radio show on Saturdays called Wall Street Raw. You can tune in at live 10 a.m. Eastern at the Genesis Communication Network. That's gcnlive.com. You can tune in the evening, 10 p.m. Eastern, on the Biz Talk Radio Network. It replays on Money Talk Radio in Phoenix, 1510 on 10 a.m. Sunday morning, and is also archived at iHeartRadio and iTunes. So let's jump over to Tesla, which is what I want to look at here as an example of my volume reversal. Here we're looking at a daily chart. We had a real nice trade in this here. This was back on June 26th, negative volume reversal. Now what I like to do, and I'm just trying to get you a little bit of introduction here, assuming you haven't followed this for a while, this is really all I look at. This is my screen. This is the basis of my trading. I have a blue line, which is the 50-day moving average, a 200-day line, the green here, 200-day moving average, and then below it is a stochastic. It's a 533 stochastic. My general rule of thumb is if I get a negative VR, I like to see the indicator rolling over the stochastic to the downside. And if I have a positive VR, I like to see it turning back up. As a general rule, it's not carved in stone, but this makes me feel a lot better. Now you're looking at the correlation here, and this is a good stock because there is nice correlation. Now I tend to use 1, 2, 3-day time frames for trades. You can apply this on a weekly basis, 5-minute charts, and so forth. In fact, we can look at the weekly chart here just out of curiosity. So here's a weekly chart of Tesla, and you can notice that going back several weeks, and this was on the June 30th time frame, similar to where the daily signal came in, negative VR, and it did drop, the week following, and quite significantly. And you had a declining weekly stochastic. And here you had February 24th, negative VR, followed down one more week. And then a positive came in, and sure enough, we started to see a bottoming in the 533. And look, we rallied for several weeks to the upside. And more or less, you can follow along here. You can see that the volume signals lead price action pretty well. And that's what I like about the indicator, and that's what I like about Tesla in particular. It's honest in terms of follow through. Back to the daily chart. So, in the last couple days, we had a negative VR. We're recording this for Solar Eclipse Day, August 21st. The stochastic is already getting pretty oversold here, and we've already had a 1-day follow through after the negative VR, so I wouldn't be chasing it here, but I do feel this gap, which is around 327, which was formed back on August 2nd, could still get filled. So I'm still a little bearish on the stock here, and we may jump in for another trade, but at the moment we're on the sidelines. So I wanted to update you a little bit here on just how Tesla looked in our work and how our theory is, and it's again pretty straightforward using the 533 stochastic and the VR. You can play with different time frames. I tend to be more daily, but this is the general guideline, and I wanted to again show that to you. So thank you for tuning in, and if you haven't signed up, please do so, and we'll catch you on our next update. Thank you again.